Alright bambinos, so as you already know, because you clicked on the video and I'm sure you read the title, I'm going to find out the best way to make this death guard look as disgusting as possible, using different types of ways to make the tentacles look shiny and icky and completely disgusting. So what I've got to try out is I've got this Army Painter disgusting slime, so I'm going to give that one a go. I've also got just some gloss varnish, just textbook classic gloss varnish, and then I'm also going to try out just some super glue, and finally I'm going to try out just watered down PVA glue. So those are my four that I'm going to try, but I can't try all four on one miniature there. That would be crazy. So what I've done is, out of green stuff, I've just knocked up these four bases of tentacles, and what we're going to do is I'm going to paint those up to look like the tentacles that I did for the death guard. So following the same steps, which if you want to remind yourself how I did that, you can check up here in this video here. It just should be showing up now-ish if I remember to put it in when editing. And then we're going to try out the four, well, one of each on each base. That's the plan. So I'm going to click my fingers and they will be undercoated. Okay, I'm going to click my fingers and they're going to be undercoated. Okay, I'm going to click my fingers and they're going to be undercoated. Alright, obviously my YouTube powers aren't working yet. I obviously don't have enough subscribers, so if you can please subscribe, maybe I can get these time-skipping abilities that all other YouTubers seem to have when doing projects. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause, paint them up, and then I'll come back when we're ready to use the different varnishes. Excellent. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, I have painted up the tentacles, and they are ready to be made to look as disgusting as possible. I've also based the same as I did the death guard, who he is here, and after some suggestions I have darkened the base to the scorched brown colour instead of the snakebite leather colour that I was going for before. So yeah, I did change that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try each of these different techniques for doing some like shiny glossness on these bases, and we'll see how it goes. Now I haven't used well, this first one I haven't used disgusting slime before, so we'll just have to see how it goes. So I'm just gonna splooge a bit out onto my palette over here. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure on what it's meant to look like, or even how you're really supposed to use it. There's no instructions on the actual bottle at all, so I think it's just going to be a case of, if I get myself a brush, go. So I've got some on my brush here, and this is the one we're going to be doing it on. So I guess because this is more of a this is meant to be an effect, so how about we just start gooping it around the ends of the tentacle there to make it look like it's dripping. Yeah, okay, that doesn't look that great. Maybe instead of painting it on, I should just drip it on. Maybe that will help it look a bit more realistic. Let's try that. Okay. So all I'm going to do is squirt some onto the end there. And then let it drip down. And then maybe I'll do some in his mouth there as well. Around here. So it looks like he's been leaving a slime trail as this tentacle's been. I mean, this probably isn't the best way to use this. If anyone has used this product before and knows the best way to use it, do please let me know in the comments below, and I'll give it a go. Okay, so I think that's all the slime I want to put on that. So it's not really a gloss. So I was looking for something to make the tentacles look more glossy and disgusting, and this just makes it look more disgusting. Obviously I'll let it dry and see what it looks like after that, but I'm not super impressed. But again, I'm probably using it wrong, so we shall find out later. Feel free to let me know. Okay, so the next one here is the gloss varnish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze some out onto my palette there. Get a rubbish brush. And then we're literally going to paint this over all the tentacles, and hopefully that will give them more of a shiny, glossy, wet look. Okay. I mean, it's already giving quite a good wet look to it. Okay, so there's that one done. So yeah, there you go. There's the gloss varnish done. Now this next one, something I noticed from using this super glue to stick the Death Guard model down, is that this glue leaves kind of a residue. Now obviously this is super glue, so if you're using this, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. And then my plan was just to basically goop it over the whole model, over all the tentacles there, just to see how it looks. So yeah, I'm not using a brush for this because obviously it's super glue. That will completely destroy the brush, and I don't want to destroy any brushes, even if they are rubbishy brushes. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it done there. So yeah, we'll leave that to dry and see what that looks like. Try not to get it stuck to my fingers. And then this last one is we're just going to use some good old-fashioned classic PVA glue. We're going to water it down with our not so great brush. Okay. Okay, so we've watered it down, and now I'm just gonna paint it over all of the tentacles again and hope that this gives it that shiny feeling. Okay, there you go. So I'll leave that to dry, and I'll be back in just a second, and we'll have a look at the results of what that looks like. Great, okay, back in a sec. Bye. Okay, so it's the next day, and they have dried, and as you can see, the super glue one leaked and is now stuck to my cutting mat. So I'm going to have to try and cut that off. So here we go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. So, I mean, to be honest, I think the super glue one looks the most shiny. I still don't think I 100% know what I'm supposed to do with the disgusting slime. So if you do have any thoughts at all, please do put them in the comments. I mean, I do like the sliminess of it. It's just, I think it would need maybe a gloss coat on top of this, maybe on the slime itself, to give it that extra pop. The PVA didn't really work. It's a little bit, you can see it's a little bit shiny, but you know, not that shiny. The gloss varnish obviously worked quite well. It is quite shiny. But I think the super glue one, obviously I'm going to have to clean up the sides of the base here to get those bits of super glue off. But it does look disgusting. And that's what we're going for. And you can see how shiny it is. Especially when you compare that one to the PVA glue. I mean, this isn't really shiny at all, but this one. Woo! So, I think we can safely say that PVA glue is out. That's not it's not really viable, I don't think. And then we're down to these three. So, I don't think I'm using disgusting slime right. And if I am, I think I would need to add either some gloss varnish or super glue on top of it to give it to that shine. So that one's out really until we work out how to actually use it. So we're down to these two. So obviously the gloss varnish, its job is to make things shiny and disgusting. So that's done very well there. However, I really do quite like this look from the super glue. I mean, it's even like slimed over all of the ground here as well. Definitely do the basing before you add on the super glue. This is the quite thick super glue, this one. So I think that's helped it goop around a lot. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. But to be honest, I don't know how happy I would be with it on the Death Guard guy. As this is shown by leaking all over the place, this might very well ruin the whole model as it drips down it. But maybe if I put some super glue on the goop that I had drop off him in the back, that would be good. So obviously gloss varnish does what it says on the tin or the pot, and I think this has got some uses in it for sure. And maybe bases like this, I'm not sure I'd put it on actual models. But yeah, what do you think? Do you like the super glue effect, even though it gooped everywhere? Do you think the PVA glue one isn't that bad? Or how about the disgusting slime? Did I do it wrong? Please do let me know in the comments. And remember to subscribe so I can get the YouTube powers. And like. Because, you know, this is a nice video, right? You do like it, don't you? Let's go on, just hit the like button then. It's fine. I won't tell anyone. It's okay.